evening, everybody. Welcome to Wilmington High School's Alumni Field. Tonight, the Wilmington Wildcats play host to the Stoneham Spartans in Middlesex League Football Freedom Division. I want to welcome you to tonight's broadcast on Wilmington Community Television. My name is Chris Neville, alongside my sidekick, Jim Boyle. Jim, we have two teams on opposite ends of the standings so far tonight. Stoneham comes in very, very strong, 5-1 season. The Wildcats so far are winless at 0-6. What are we looking for in tonight's game?
Well, first thing I think they got to look for is the Cats have to come out ready to play. Last week against Burlington, it was a very, very, very slow start. Even against Watertown, they've been against almost all 6 games. We've come out slow. Stoneham's going to come and ground and pound. We got Bob Almeida, the former coach of the Wildcats, the 200 wins two wins ago. He's got 201 coming in. Stoneham is going to come and try to look to pound us in. Cats are going to try to change up their defense a little bit, bring 2 extra linebackers or 2 extra men in the box. Cats got to be aggressive with that, be better play in their secondary. Offensively, they're going to have to be quicker, make quicker reads, not turn the ball over. This is going to be a tough matchup for them. Stoneham is always going to be tough for us with their size and their ability to run the football and really eat clock. So it's a matter of, trying to stop them and don't let them eat too much clock. Try to keep the game close early, and maybe we can turn it on in the second half like we have done almost all year. So Stoneham, like I said, you said, comes in at 5-1. The Cats are 0-6. The Cats struggled the first 2 games to get their footing, 2 games that were winnable games that they lost. Since then, they've really, and then Billerica was always going to be tough, but they really struggled against the Middlesex League's foes here this year, losing to the opening game. Middlesex Freedom was to Melrose, then they lost to Watertown, and then they lost to Burlington last week. Combined total score 109 scored against versus 62. So the Cats have been behind the 8 ball almost all season long. And again, you don't want to lose the morale. It's the senior years. They're going to play this could be their last home game because we go on the road, and then we don't know what the consolation bracket will bring us. So looks like the coin toss has been decided, and Stoneham won and will receive, and I expect to see them in the double wing. And Bob Almeida, former Wilmington coach, Wilmington resident, will lead his team. Hopefully Coach Turner has our guys ready to play.
We want to congratulate him on his recent 200th victory as a football coach in Eastern Mass High School football.
And the irony there, 103 of those wins were here at Wilmington.
Yes.
He came in, I think, in 96 and coached here till 07, went to Malden Catholic for a couple of years, then took over Stoneham. I'm not sure how many of Stoneham. He's been at Stoneham since 2012. His overall record at Stoneham right now is 76-38-0. At Wilmington, he was 103, 29-1. One outright Cape Ann League. It's time for the national anthem.
National anthem by the Wilmington High School Marching Band.
So we're almost ready for football action in tonight's live broadcast on Wilmington Community Television. For those of you that are joining us, we are sponsored, powered by Mayflower and Rocco's Restaurant on Route 38. I want to thank them for their sponsorship of Wilmington High School football this year. So Stoneham won the toss. They will elect to receive, going from right to left. They're dressed in their white shirts, white pants, blue numerals. Wildcats came out all decked in blue, light blue on a dark blue background. Hunter Sands for the Wildcats tees the ball up at the 40-yard line.
Hunter Sands to kick off the Wildcats.
Chris, beautiful night for football tonight too. We got very clear skies. It was 60 degrees when I got to the field, probably about 58 right now. Can't beat it. Crowds late filing in. Tough parking. Had a volleyball game here at the high school to start.
Mike Pignoni, number 1, on the far side for the Spartans at his own 10-yard line. And Sands is ready to step into the ball. It's a good end-over-end kick taken by Pignoni at the 5-yard line. Brings it out to the 15, crosses the 20, finds running room. And he's out there on the sideline, down to the 40. One man to beat to the 30-yard line, to the 20, to the 10, and he's in for a 95-yard touchdown return. Mike Pignoni on the first kickoff of the game.
No flags on the play either, Chris. And I understand why they decided to take the opening kickoff. He did exactly what we talked about too, just run north-south. He ran right into the middle of the line. They sat there blocking up. A couple missed opportunities for the Cats. He broke to the right side, went right down the sideline. Cats had no answer.
You said it's a key for the Wildcats to
avoid big plays and keep them off the scoreboard.
I thought it was 11. All right, so we have to change immediately here. I guess it was number 11 on the far side of the field with the 95-yard touchdown run. That was Colin Farron, senior. And Stoneham's lined up for a 2-point conversion. Quarterback is number 15, Jason Nutting. Turnaround handoff, and the Wildcats repel the forward thrust. So the extra point is no good, but just 16 seconds into the opening quarter, Stoneham has jumped out to a quick 6-0 lead behind a 95-yard touchdown return on a kickoff. Let's give him credit, Colin Farron, senior at Stoneham High School.
So we have to be, at least we can look at one positive. The Cats, we're playing against this double wing that Coach Almeida plays, stopped at least a 2-point conversion, so they know what they're looking for. They practice all week with bringing enough people up into the box, so that helps. I don't think they practice kickoff returns, though, as they struggle with that one. It's funny that he might have even out-kicked his coverage there, Chris. So now the Cats will drop their 2 men back and try to at least start something positive offensively. You don't want to lose, drop out of this game really early, but this is a very, very, again, I hate to say, this is an important drive for them to start. And they do know that 21 Connor Lovell, who's usually back there, Julian Chella's back there. Lovell is hurt.
Christian Paolini, number 3 for the Spartans, kicking off.
They got a really small, quick kickoff coverage team here if I look out over the field.
Line drive squib kick. Bounces around at the 20, picked up by Lawler, who carries to the right. He's met by a host of Stoneham tacklers, fights his way out to the 26-yard line where the Wildcats will take over first down.
So we're going to see what kind of offense they're going to open up with Jake Roque at quarterback. Do they go to the spread, or do they start with a wing and try to pound? It looks like Dempsey Murphy's going to come back out. He's changed to 88. He was your fullback or your blocking back, so my assumption will be he's going to try to unleash Roque's arm if he can. Stoneham plays really a lot of people up, almost like a modified 4-4, so more like a 4-4-3. And we've gone to the spread early. Chris.
4 receivers split for the Wildcats. Roque calls signals. Back to pass on first down. It's a tackle. He gains about 6 yards on the far sideline up to the 33.
good solid look there. Rogue, that's probably play they probably practiced all season long, and he made a nice throw there, like he's throwing the ball from shortstop. Really good play. Good opening drive play.
2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. We'll keep you abreast of the score and the time during the game tonight. Our connection to the scoreboard clock is not working, so 11:07 early in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. Roke back to pass again. Looks downfield, long and deep, intended for Lawler. It's overthrown down at the 30-yard line.
He had a rush that there. The left side of the defensive line there for Stoneham had broken through, so Jake probably had to rush that a little bit quicker, although it was tough because the coverage was really good. So Cats are going to make their defensive secondary beat them. They'll bring back Pat LeBlanc's back in, so he might go try to think about a running play here. And I wouldn't be shocked if this was 4-down territory because you have to score to keep up with Stoneham.
Peter LeBlanc had an outstanding fourth quarter, second half last week against Burlington, scoring 3 touchdowns. Rope call signals, and we have a motion penalty.
60.
Looks like Clyde Lambert jumped there, the right guard position, so it's going to bring up 3rd and about 8 for the Wildcats.
That won't make Coach Turner happy. An unforced error, completely unforced error to make it 3rd and long now. So again, you're almost playing at the sticks. Against a defense like Stoneham, you really don't want to be in these 3rd and longs. Now you're going to have to try to, you're not playing 2-down territory because you're so far back.
So Murphy alone in the backfield with Roke, number 88. Back to pass, looks downfield. It's going to be complete. First down outside the 35 at the 38-yard line. I think complete on the sideline to Mike Lawler again.
Nice throw again. Jake looks good early. Good throw, good read. He was patient. If he has time, he's got the arm. They sent to the second level the receiver there, and that's the second really nice catch for Michael Lawler. So Cats move the sticks, which you want to see. So eat clock, move the sticks, keep their offense off the field.
Okay, Sands split wide on the left. Smolinski in the tight end. Handoff to Lawler, who was the single running back. He's fighting forward, but he gets back almost to the line of scrimmage. Good pursuit by the Stoneham defense.
So he went to the wing offense again with LeBlanc in the wing over top of the tight end. And again, Stoneham read that well. Tried to change up. First drive, they tried to change up in that first series of downs. Now they're back behind the sticks. So big play call here, second and about 11.
LeBlanc lines up at the wingback position once again. Yeah.
They look like Spencer in the tight end. He's open. Good job.
Complete. Febo on the connection, cross midfield for a first down at the 49 of Stoneham.
Again, Chris, letting Jake Rogue use his athleticism and the throwing and the arm and the strength that he has as a shortstop or pitcher in baseball. Real quick passes have been very effective. So now he's got a lot over to him. We're in the Stoneham side of the field. So very effective early drive here for the Cats.
Okay. LeBlanc on the left wing position, 2 wide receivers split to the right. This is a reverse handoff to LeBlanc, who fights for running room. He's still on his feet, just outside the 45 at the 46-yard line. Gain of about 3. Inside handoff from LeBlanc on that call. From Lawler.
Keep him honest there. Again, now we've thrown the ball all but one time. That was our second running play of the half. But keeping Stoneham on their heels a little bit. Don't know whether they're going to bring the corners up to play or going to run or pass. So it's good play calling so far early here by Coach Turner. Now the Cats just have to execute.
It's again Lawler single setback. LeBlanc in motion, fake the handoff. Rowe carries it, keeps it himself, almost down to the 40. Stopped at the 41-yard line.
Looks like he's going to be just short. It'll be 3rd down, Chris. Again, utilize the athleticism of your quarterback there. You don't want to get him too beat up because he's not the biggest guy that ever lived, but got good, quick first step, good, quick speed. He read that really well. So Cats, again, controlling the ball, which is what you want to do.
3rd and 2, 8 minutes to go in the first quarter.
This is a different look, Chris.
Murphy and Lawler both side by side in a wing T position, and a nice run right up the middle by Dempsey Murphy, I think.
Yes, that was. You're correct.
He bowled over right through the line of scrimmage, and a nice pickup on third down. Gives the Wildcats another first down at the 38-yard line.
I like that new look.
33.
I like the new look he came out with, having Murphy and Lawler in the backfield and giving it to the power back. Really good look, and to force it through. Excellent idea. See if they do the same thing here. Yeah, they're going to go power, more of a power look for the
This time
Cats.
Dempsey's on the right side of Roque. Hand off to the left tackle position, and he's still running downfield.
Wow.
Nice 8-9 yard gain. Dempsey Murphy on the carry brings it down to the 26-yard line. Wildcats have a good drive going.
Gotta love that little wrinkle here, getting Dempsey Murphy involved. They switched him to fullback 2 games ago to try to get a little bit more blocking, but now Stoneham's got the key on him a little bit as well. See if they come out in the same setup again. Yeah, they will.
One wide receiver split on the far side. Inside handoff to Lawler this time. It looks like he's got enough. Let's see, stopped at the 25-yard line. So it's going to bring up third and about 2 yards for a first down.
That was a good call. It looks like just Lawler, again, just a little bit slow to get to the hole. Dempsey Murphy just picks the ball up and barrels down. And Lawler sort of, juked a little bit and waited instead of hitting the hole hard. So 2 down territory here for the Cats.
Time another handoff to Dempsey Murphy. Finds running room over right guard, right tackle position for another Wildcat first down. He's going to come out for a breather. Or a timeout.
Timeout for Stoneham. Stoneham's a little bit confused. This is something I'm sure they haven't seen on any tape. Some of the wrinkle that Coach put in. He was going to go to the spread. Now he's going to more of a power backfield with Dempsey Murphy, who hadn't been playing a running back position for probably his whole career. More of a defensive lineman stuff. One thing he's doing well, he's getting the ball, he's just running. Using his body, using his strength. There's no lollygagging around. He's just taking it and pounding away, and something we have not had all year. A big bruising kind of back. So it'll be interesting to see what Stoneham decides to do if they try to change it up. So now Coach has a lot of, he's got like 3 tools in the tool chest. He can go to the spread, he can go to the power back run, and he go to the wing if he wants. So really try to confuse Stoneham, who I'm sure did not practice for Dempsey Murphy to just get about 25 yards here in the first quarter.
One thing that it's a sidelight to the conversation you had, but a lot of our games are covered, all the home games are covered on cable TV, and the opposing coaches can take a look at what we're doing. Tried to do some research on Stoneham so we could maybe call an even game so we know all the highlight players are for Stoneham, but couldn't find much online. So we'll do the best we can with the roster that we have. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Another handoff to Dempsey Murphy, a big hole inside the 15-yard line, inside the 10.
The Cats have definitely found something that works. Mr. Murphy is just pounding away. This is sort of like big backs of the past. The Jim Browns, the Franco Harrises, the guys that just keep on pounding, the Larry Zonkas. This is just smash mouth football, and Dempsey's doing a great job in getting to the hole and just driving through, not waiting. I like what I see so far in this drive.
I was thinking back more to the late 1960s when Eddie Gillis, who was a lineman, he lined up in the backfield and he'd smash his way through every now and again when he was given a chance to run with the ball. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Inside handoff again. This one stopped by the line of scrimmage.
But again, we don't have instant replay. I think that was Lawler. We don't have instant replay, but on that play, he doesn't. If the hole's open for Dempsey, the hole's got to be open for him. So just hit the hole, and I know he's not as big as Murph, but the hole is open. You got to hit it. You got to hit it hard. And Stoneham's going to stop our smaller backs, obviously. The other thing I'm noticing here on the set, if they do that strong, you're going to have man-to-man coverage on your wide on. I think it's Febo. Who's on this side here? 5, which is Febo. He does have man-to-man, so Jake could actually make a boot rig here too if he wants.
And off again to Dempsey Murphy. Oh man, he smacked the tackler at the line of scrimmage, and he kept on running for about 2 yards down to about the 10. See, put it down at the 7-yard line.
So we're at 3rd and goal. Good idea. That probably would have been a better. I don't need to criticize the coach because he did a great job in changing things up. That might have been your better first down play. Now Rogue's going to have to use his athleticism to score, get us into the end zone here because you got 7 yards. We're about the 7-yard line. A lot can happen. Spread them out if you want, which is what he's going to do.
He's got Sands and Febo split wide to the right. LeBlanc in the wing.
Yeah, he's back to the wing.
And we have a timeout called by Coach Turner with 3:56 to go in the first quarter.
They saw something, the coaches saw something they didn't like, and I'm sure that was yelled at from up top to call down. So 3:56 to play, Chris. The missed extra point after the drive by Stoneham, after the one-play kickoff return by Stoneham, has the Cats trailing 6-0, but they're in position to score here. They got 2 downs, they get 7 yards. Let's see what they decide to do. He went to the wing, probably just more confused. Maybe do that reverse counter play with Lawler and LeBlanc.
Yep.
Or, maybe you can sneak in. The other thing I like on that play is I'm not sure who he has in tight end. I'm trying to find out it's Spencer 81's the tight end. You got the wing over the tight end. You could maybe, if you can slide Spencer if he can chip somebody, get right over. If you look out, you can see that little gap that's small. I can't see the number out there. Who's technically your linebacker? If Spencer can get behind there, you got him.
So the pass is incomplete, overthrown, intended for. Let's see, I think it was intended for Sands. It went over his head. Febo was in the area as well. Brings up 4th down. And I think the coach is calling for a field goal here with 3:51.
I think that was Sands, you're right. I don't like that. I don't like that pass by Jake. Jake's done a lot of nice work this quarter. He forced that into coverage. But we're going to take the 3 if we can get it. Don't want to come up empty on your first drive. You'll only be down 3, especially with them missing the extra point.
Lawler with the hold. Sands steps into it. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:46 to go in the first quarter, Wildcats cut the margin to 6-3. And we'll be prepared for the second Stoneham kick return to see what the coach decides to do as far as the kickoff.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think they're going to kick it to the deep backs at all. That was a really good drive. That was the most impressive first quarter drive we've had all year, Chris.
Maybe the most impressive drive of the year, period, not just the first quarter.
Yeah, because a lot of our stuff has been big play. We've been a big play scoring team. That was, again, he utilized 3 different sets. He started with the spread, he went to the wing, and he brought in, I don't know what they're going to call with the 2 backs, with the power back, with Dempsey. And Murphy did a really good job in establishing his power back running skills, and they moved it down. Settling for a field goal is not as bad down 6-3. If you were down more, it wouldn't make sense. But now at least you're still in the game. You get points on the board. And again, it's good. It's a very good opening drive for them, which, like we said, might be the best opening drive of the season.
So, little squib kick by Sands. Wildcats quick on the recovery. Looks like maybe Stoneham recovered it at the 48-yard line. So that was a little bit of trickery by Coach Turner, dreamed up.
Almeida was looking for that. He had an all-hands team up front, everybody. And I'll have to look when we do the next kickoff. But their kickoff team, when they kicked off to us, was all their speed guys. At that point, all their up backs were all lower digit numbers, so there were no big guys up front. So he might have anticipated Craig would try that. So now we're going to see how this works. This is where Stoneham has been good for the last several years, running that double wing, just pounding the ball. It's just the Cats are going to really probably bring a lot of people up and try to stop the run. Here we go.
Jason Nutting, number 15, senior quarterback. And we have I guess that's an illegal procedure, and the right tackle by Stoneham going to set him back 5 yards.
Yeah, we might have gotten away with a break there too. It looked like the right side of our line was a little bit stepped offside, but they'll put Wilmington, put Stoneham behind the chains. But Coach Almeida will do. He knows what the bread and butter is, and he's going to say, Wilmington, you're going to stop this. Let's see if he can do it. So see again, if you just look how tight they're packed in, he's almost got just the quarterback, the 2 backs, and almost a 2 tight end set. I don't know if he might have to spread somebody wide. The Cats' secondary has been their weakness all year, so I wouldn't be shocked if he tries to exploit that. So he's got this little guy in the slot here, the thin kid right close to us. Watch out for him to slide
Nutting handoff to the first man through, finds good running room downfield, breaks to the right. And he's brought down at the 36-yard line. I think that was number 22, Ty Baker, so, junior running back.
No need to throw the football if your offensive line can generate that big a hole for your running back. Again, that's the bread and butter of Stoneham. They're going to line up and smash mouth you. Again, I wouldn't be shocked to see a wrinkle once we start to bite on that. A little wrinkle, try to slide somebody out of the backfield for a longer pass. But he's going to try to pound it right at us.
Hand off to the first man through. Again, he's tripped up for a short gain of about 3 yards inside the 35-yard line. I think that was Baker again, number 22, I think.
So Coach Chen will probably try to beef up the defensive line, keep them moving in and out. You know, and actually, some of our linebackers are. It looks like some of the linebackers who are generally not in a three-point stance are usually standing up or coming down a three-point stance. So see what they do here. Again, it's this exact same formation he's run probably for 50 years. That was offsides.
Hand off to Farron. Round right tackle, finds good running room down the sideline. He's knocked out close to a first down.
Calling Farron on the carry.
It looked like
a little bit short.
Was that Lawler? No, it's a single digit. Yeah, I was right. Lawler with the tackle. It's good we have Mr. Maloney up here with us. He sees better than me. He can see all those guys out there.
Third and 3.
Ball's placed at the 29-yard line for the Stoneham. Third and 3, 2:23 to go in the first quarter tonight. Quick moving first quarter.
And that's what Stoneham does. Stoneham, we're going to be home by 7:30. The way they play.
From your lips to my ears.
Yeah, I know. This is
back to pass. Looks downfield. Man is open. Is caught. Touchdown Stoneham. Colin Farron, second touchdown of the game.
Iasconi got completely turned around on that play. Again, the weakness of the Cats all year has been their defensive backfield. He sort of got turned around. I don't know. We don't have the replay on that. The kid made a nice play. Good pass. Pass was thrown right on target. And that's what you're going to see. They know where the weakness is, the Cats. It was 3rd and 3 that he knew he had 2 plays to get a first down. He decided to take a chance for the end zone, and that the roll of the dice worked for the Stoneham Spartans. So I would imagine he'd go for 2 again here. Trying to get to 14-3. If I had that offensive line and that offense, I'd go for 2 every time.
So Spartans attempting their 2-point conversion. This again, 3 men in the backfield, 1 in motion. Takes the pitch back, and he's going to fights his way
into the end zone.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. See, the Wildcats had him at the line of scrimmage, Jim. They just couldn't bring him down.
The second effort there by the quarterback, a really good, hard second effort. And first 2 possessions, Stoneham's put points on the board now at 14-3. Like I said, you're going to have to score with them, and they're going to eat clock. They're going to run, and eat clock. So we're down to 2:12 first quarter action. Stoneham has had 1 full possession and 1 touchdown return for 14. Cats have had 1 possession where they got the 3. So now you're going to have to score touchdowns here to stay with this team. An important kickoff return. The last kickoff we had, I would want to put, if coach is smart here, get Rivera 2 running over, put somebody right there at about the 25-30 yard line that's going to catch that little squib kick. Don't let it roll back all the way and somebody have to pick it up. So as you can see, they're moving them up a little bit. But this is that area there, which you have now we have an up back. I can't tell the number, but right in the middle.
That's the blank right in the middle, I think.
That's where you want. That's where the kick went last time, and then you pick it up there. You're gonna get outside the 30. We're not sure how strong the kicking game is of Stoneham.
Paolini ready to step into the ball for the Spartans. It's another line drive squid kick. This one is picked up by Rivera. Sprints out to the left, tries to find running room down the left side. He's stopped at the 34-yard line.
I'm going to sound like a broken record, like I always do. East, west, north, south. Rare. Just pick that ball up and run straight. You know, even if you're going to get clocked, but you go east, west, you're not going to really accomplish it. You give the opportunity of all the extra defenders that are on the wing to come in and pick you up. But again, they got the ball. They did the right thing. They had the right setup for kick return, and they're at the 34-yard line instead of at the 24. So again, stuff you would expect them to have learned through the season here, which are still those small little mistakes don't help.
Lawler alone in the backfield with Roque. Hand off to Lawler over right tackle. Churns his feet, but he's going to be stopped for no gain, maybe a loss of a yard.
So that's the third time they've run that play, and the third time they've run that play for a loss. So again, it's obvious that, not obvious, I shouldn't say that, but it looks like that's going to be Stoneham. The Spartans are ready for that. They're looking for Lawler when Lawler's in the backfield. So
2nd and 11, 1:39 to go in the first quarter.
Febo's down here tight. Probably Sands up north.
Reverse play to Febo around the left end. He sprints out and he's brought down. That's a loose ball picked up by one of the Stoneham defenders, number 25, James Landers. So Stoneham is in the driver's seat again with 1:15 to go in the first quarter.
So again, there's another issue where instead of turning it up, he tried to go wide, lost the football, and now they're in major trouble here. And mistakes will really, mistake defensively for the touchdown pass, mistake offensively with a turnover. You know, you're not going to win a lot of football games. You make those kind of mistake on the kickoff return. You're not going to win a lot of football games if you keep making these types of mistakes.
So Nutting comes out, brings his team to the line of scrimmage, number 15, the quarterback.
And back to the same.
Farron Baker, he back to pass, looks downfield, man is open and caught at the 10 to the 5 and in for a touchdown. Number 42, Paul Menke, one of the co-captains for the Spartans. And it's not started off as a good night for the Wildcats, Jim.
No, it did not. Again, they exploit where the weakness is on the Cats defensively, and they have done that. He slid. I think that guy slid right out of the backfield and got in between the safety and linebacker. Cats have to be careful because what they've done defensively, they've set up to stop the run. And Stoneham has decided that not only can I run the football, I'm going to let my quarterback make good decisions. These guys have been wide open too, both players. And then the missed tackle doesn't help as well there.
2-point conversion again. Handoff up the middle in for the end zone for a 2-point conversion. That's to Dominic Florino.
I would say with that first start, we didn't like the start when we started with a kickoff return. I think it's almost like that snowball effect rolling downhill. Kickoff was that little pebble of a snowball, and now it's starting to expand a little bit more. It's really important now. Again, turnover, they score off the turnover. We got down in the area. We had to kick the field at least to get some points. You know, the next drive after the first drive they had after we scored, they go down and score. 2 plays later, they score again. It's not the way you're going to play and win against Stoneham, especially the team he's got now. Because now he's going to say, "I'm going to run clock on you. I got you. I'm going to bam, bam. I can pound. And when I need to, I'm going to beat your secondary."
Okay, once again, we'll play the roll again. Another squib kick on the middle. This one picked up by Rivera, north-south. And that was Lawler. They switched positions on the return coverage. So it's brought out to the 39-yard line.
Again, this is a good gut check test here. There's a lot of juniors out of the field as well. I know that. This is a good big gut check for now. They're going to bring Dempsey Murphy back in for Roque. Jacobs did a good job in that first drive in mixing the pass and the run. His good, sharp outside passes outside the hash marks were effective. Now they're going to go to the spread again with Dempsey in the backfield for protection.
Roque back to pass.
Got him wide open.
There's a holding penalty in the call. Pass is knocked down. There's also another flag in the backfield.
Number 22.
might be offsetting here. We'll see.
Flags down on the
First one was against the Wildcats for holding. And the back judge,
I don't know what that call was. That was a late flag.
there's a conversation down at the 35-yard line because the second flag came in late, and it looks like they're going to replay the down.
No, they're going to take it back where the holding was.
Okay.
Second flag might have been for offensive holding too, Chris.
Okay, so that brings the ball inside the 30 at the 29. Going to bring up first and 20 for the Wildcats.
Now, even though there was holding there, that play we had Jake tried to force it in the middle. He had, again, I like having the linebacker snuck out, the tight end. There is some opening on this defensively. There is, you can get into the opening between, see how tight the linebackers are here and how much space is open here in the middle of the field. They can get
5 men out for the pass.
Oh, he's open.
Rope sprints, looks downfield, still running with it. He's chased out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Running for his life. He did have some guys open, but again, if you're being pressured, you have no chance. Just have to try to pick up as much yardage as you can. So it'll be second and long, way behind the sticks here.
Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be second and 17.
But again, it looks like, and we don't have replay, but from where I can see, it looks like we do have the ability, some of our receivers do have the ability to get space. So if we can give Jacob enough time to find them, I think we can be successful throwing the football.
Okay, once again, Dempsey Murphy alone in the backfield with Roque. Back to pass again, looks downfield, sprints out to the right, looks downfield, lets the ball go long and deep. Intended for Lawler, overthrown again. Michael had good coverage by the defense, 30-yard line.
So here on the right side of the offensive line, somebody is just being manhandled. I'm trying to think what it's 42. I think that's the guy that scored the touchdown. We're being manhandled on the right side of the offensive line, the Stoneham closest to us here in the booth. Jacob has to run. He just got rid of that ball and hoped Lawler might be able to use speed to get under it, but really good coverage there defensively. So third and long, big tough play. They can just pin the ears back. They're only rushing 4 too. They're not blitzing anybody. They're dropping everybody back into coverage. So they're getting good pressure with their forward. So we got our five linemen and Dempsey Murphy in the backfield. We're still having trouble getting protection.
Murphy stays in. Passes wide open like Lawler. He's got it to 40, to the 30, to the 20, the 10, and touchdown, Michael Lawler. 68-yard touchdown pass. Lawler was able to sprint free, find an open slot downfield.
And what did we see there, Chris? What happened there? Jake Roque had time to throw the football.
Murphy stayed in the backfield.
Right,
they cut down number 42, the guy that's been raising havoc there.
42 has been killing him. Was cut down. He beat the tackle, but Dempsey Murphy was there to make the block. Lawler got himself free. Like I said, I think our receivers can get space. We just have to give Jake some time to throw. And I would just go Air Coryell on these guys right now. You know, they're going to run the football and just spread it out and let it use your athleticism. Great play. Lawler has really he's been a dynamic player with big plays.
Going to try a 2-point conversion here. Try to cut the lead in half. Hand off to Dempsey Murphy. Fights his way in. He's in over the end line for a touchdown. Over the goal line. Oh yeah, 2-point conversion is good to Dempsey Murphy. I'm sure that's probably his first points as a high school player.
Might be his first points as a football player, because it looks like he's been a lineman like I was my whole life. No, again, they found something that worked. A couple things. They found that Dempsey's running right hard. He's running hard, so they got something here. He's playing with that really just the focus of I'm going to pound. I don't care if I get hit. That's the first thing he's done right. Second thing they do know that they can get space with their receivers. Their receivers have been open. If you can give credit, not credit, but if you can give time to Jake Roque, you'll be in good shape. So there are some positives here. They haven't been able to stop Stoneham. The real interesting first quarter, 33 points scored total here, Chris, and we still only have 22 seconds left first quarter. So I am going to withdraw my 7:30. We're getting out of here deal.
Well, you just said we're going to go air Coriello on them. We could be on here until 9:30 tonight.
We better
the way
not.
The first quarter has started. Mr. Maloney has someplace else to be, as we all
Hey,
do.
the Owls are on at 7:30. Come on, I gotta get home. This is like watching Temple UCF the other week.
You were probably the only person in New England watching
I was
Temple
probably the
and
only one
UCF.
watching that game on last Thursday night when UCF laid 70 on us.
Okay, this is an end over end, comes down at just outside the 20, picked up by the running back. And
somebody went out of bounds and came back inbounds.
Kevin Gilmartin on the return for Stoneham, number 28. And he brings the ball back out to the 29-yard line.
So we have 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Cats trail Stoneham 22-11. A nice long touchdown pass from Roque to Michael Lawler. Jake Roque to Michael Lawler. The score, and also field goal. The scores for the Stoneham has just, every time they've touched the ball, they scored. So had offense. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Let's see. Again, he's going to line up he's going to stack it up, but see what he does.
Once again, Colin Farron, number 15, the quarterback, brings his team out to the line of scrimmage. Handoff, pitch back, and we'll see who's on. It looks like it was recovered.
First mistake they made on offense there, Chris, and luckily that ball just dropped straight down, so that'll be the end of the quarter.
Giovanni Caruso on the recovery for Stoneham. It's going to bring up a second down, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. So the score, Stoneham 22, Wilmington 11. We will be back for second quarter action here at Wilmington High School's Alumni Field right after this. So we're getting ready to start the second quarter of action here tonight at Alumni Field. Wildcats trying to hold Stoneham for the first time tonight. Second down and 12. Spartans come out over the ball. Long count and a timeout called by Colin Farron, the quarterback.
Second time already that the defense that Coach Turner's used has confused the quarterback. Well, they might have had a play call that at the quarter that they thought we would come out in a specific defense, and Farrell, the quarterback, recognizes that. Instead of just running a play that's not going to work, smart enough kid calls timeout and let the coach reset. Well, the Cats are trying to, both offensively and I'm assuming defensively, he's going to at least try to confuse them, to slow them down. And to slow them down is a really difficult task because they're a really good, strong offensive team.
Well, we have a minute. I want to congratulate 2003 graduate of Wilmington High School, Danny Vasallo, who I see won the Bay State Marathon up in Lowell within the last week or so. He won the race by, I think, about 7 minutes over the second place finisher. So congratulations to Danny, great runner at Wilmington High School. He actually won the Philadelphia Marathon back in 2014. We thank the staff at the Town Crier for making note of that in last week's newspaper. Danny, a great kid again, class of 2003 at Wilmington High School. So second and 12 for the Spartans.
Here we go, defensively set here. Cats look another different look.
Man is in motion, pitch back.
Good tackle.
And good tackle, Dempsey Murphy. He was fired up. I think he was tripped up a little on the front end by LeBlanc, and then Dempsey Murphy flattened him after about a 5-yard gain.
That's a Sports Center hit if I ever saw one there,
Yes.
Chris. Again, that's what you like to see. He's fired up. The kid's got to play defense right here. It's third down and 7 yards, and you got to make a stop here. If they want to go on for 3, if you keep them behind this spot, they might punt. You get the ball back. At least you stay in the ball game. But again, they got to make a play. So now your defense has to make a play, and Coach Almeida knows he can throw on us at any time that he wants. So it's important. This is imperative to make a stop. I see what he's done. He's put Dempsey's way back, like as a safety on his defense.
Third and long, pitch back to number 5. He's being pursued on the far side. He's going to be brought down. Looks like he's got enough for the first down. It's going to be close.
Yep, they're going to
give it to him. Yep.
Yeah, he got the edge. We didn't maintain edge. He got the edge and used his speed.
I think that was Caruso on the carry, number 5, sprinting out to the left. We're trying here again. We're not much to work with before we get to the game tonight. So
again, if you look at defensively, Dempsey Murphy is way deep. He's probably now he's moving up more in the middle linebacker spot. So the Cats just really have 4 DBs and the rest up front. Handoff right up the middle. Good tackle.
Good defensive stop by the middle of the Wildcat line. Looks like Spencer into the tackle, number 81. Dempsey Murphy came up, and also Peter LeBlanc on that. So
if you're looking at if you look at defensively, the Cats it almost looks like they're playing 6 down, because I know that Spencer is down in a 3-point stance when he's usually up as a linebacker. So LeBlanc and Spencer, both of the game, are two linebackers that are moved up top. And Joey Coolman calling plays. Let's see how they play this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. Coolman more in the middle. See how Dempsey Murphy's back about 5 yards deep.
Another timeout. Well, any hopes of getting home by 7:30 tonight, Jim, I think have been expended.
Well, we're going to have to speed this game up then.
9:47 to go in the second quarter. Stoneham is holding a 22-11 lead over the Wildcats.
We'll be lucky to get out of the first half by 7:30. This is the timeout. This is the most timeouts I've seen called in the first half all year too. So again, this is it's almost like a chess match. So Coach Turner's changing some stuff up. He saw defensively. He must have the defensive calling it might as well call timeout so you don't get burned. Almeida's seen the same thing. Coach Almeida's quarterback didn't see something he liked. They call timeout just to try to so that you understand what you're doing and seeing on defense. The big change here is he's got a lot of people up in the box, and what he's done though in order to stop that thrust where they've been getting up the middle with their big backs by putting Dempsey Murphy a little bit deeper so he can make a play if the line is breached. My war term there. Let's see what they happen here. See how they set up here. So again, a little bit different. Guys are floating around. Dempsey's closer to us, but Dempsey Murphy's still about 5. He's in the middle linebacker position here.
2nd and 9. Pitch back.
Tackle.
Good running room, breaks free. A bunch of tacklers across midfield down to the 45-yard line. Owen Cushing on the tackle. Once again, that was Caruso on the carry, number 5. Cut back and found good running room up the middle.
Again, you got to make tackles there. You have an opportunity to stop him for like a 3 or 4 yard gain, and he ends up picking like 9 or 10. So it's imperative they make good solid form tackles.
So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 45-yard line. Back to pass. Looks downfield, long and deep. Caught. Touchdown, Stoneham. 45-yard touchdown pass for the second time tonight. Complete to Colin Farron.
He wasn't even just wide open. He was way wide open. Again, some kind of a miscommunication somewhere on that, and you don't like to see it. But again, taking advantage of the secondary play of the Owls, of the Wildcats, excuse me, he's coming with the package now. That's the second time a guy wide open on a throw. The kid made a nice pass too. But again, somehow, some way, the coach has to get his defensive backfield to understand concepts of coverage, and I don't know if they've captured that concept yet. And we're 7 games into the season.
Nutting, pitch back, running back around the right end. It's stopped. Nice play, Julian Cheller on the tackle, number 20. So the extra point is no good. So at 9:02 to go in the first half, 28-11. Hopefully the Wildcats will be back on offense here and be able to hold on to the ball. You know, we talked earlier in the year, Jim, a lot of miscues offensively for the Wildcats. A lot of fumbles, a couple of interceptions that have really stymied their attempts to, stay in games.
Correct, and then we had the big turnover early in our zone. Febo was trying to go wide and fumbled, but this is not turning the ball over. They're just Stoneham not only can run the football, they've decided that, okay, we know what your weakness is. They've really exploited where the Wildcats have been weak all year, and that's the secondary play. And I don't think we've had an answer yet. So. Now you want to put a good solid drive together here if you can too, because we've had 2 successful drives. The other drive was ended in a turnover. So Roke's done a good job leading the team. Murphy's done a great job in the backfield. And again, get Lawler open in space and he can go.
Okay, I think we got Mike Lawler is at the 30-yard line. I can't tell. It looks like Febo and maybe Rivera standing back at the 15.
That's what it looks like, Coach.
Another squib kick. Grabbed by Lawler at the 35. He brings it out to the 40, cross the 45, still going and brought down at the 47-yard line. A good return by Mike Lawler.
Okay, give a lot of credit there to Coach, or the coaches up here. I don't know if we have coaches high tonight, but the coaches that are up here, they see that this is what Stoneham's going to do. Let's move Lawler in a position where he can catch and run. So now they're squib kicking right to our best returner, and Michael Lawler did a great job of getting the ball just short of our territory. So short field again here for the Cats. Let's see if Roke can engineer a nice little drive. Like I said, utilizing 3 different packages: the spread, the wing, and then the power back. And this week we're going to go to the spread here.
Three wide receivers split to the right. Passed out to Law. There's a flag on the play.
That's got to be encroachment because they want to stop that play. No?
Cross midfield to the 47 of Stoneham. See what the coach decides. 2nd and 3, a 1st and 5.
Illegal formation, I think.
Oh, the Wildcat. Okay, so it's going to be against the Wildcats.
Correct, so they'll be back behind the sticks once again. They didn't give us a number who that was on, but.
It could be that when you receive it on the field before the ball was snapped.
I think they didn't have. They know what they had a line.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. Sets them back at the 42-yard line. 8:36. The clock is running.
Trips here, Chris. This will be interesting. Quick pass.
Passed out to Lawler. He dodges the tackler. He finds some running room across midfield. He brought down at the 49. Good gain.
So again, hopefully, Chris, we can see when we line up again. Watch how deep the 2 corners are on our wideouts. They don't want to get beat deep. That's a good play by Lawler and Rogue. Lawler came in motion. Rogue threw it to him quick. And you get this almost like a quick running play that way. Really good play call here. So you see how deep they are. I don't know if you can see on the TV because we're not wide enough, but they're really deep. Their 2 corners are deep. There's a little curl play here at the first down line.
And we have another procedure penalty against the Wildcats. Right tackle jumped. Either right tackle or right tight end.
I think it was the tight end. That looked like Spencer. Spencer's going to hear that from me in the school next week.
Just make sure it's him before you chew him out.
I'll chew him out. I will chew him out. I'll say, Spence, what are you jumping for? So, again, now you get back to 2nd long. And it'll be, again, important. You got to play 2-down territory. This is going to be a high-scoring affair. You're going to have to really keep pounding the ball.
2nd and 11. 2 receivers on either side. Lawler and Febo on the near side. Looks like Spencer on the far side with Sands. Designed run play by Rope, but he gets tripped up after maybe back to the line of scrimmage or a gain of a yard. Going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 for the Wildcats.
That actually play looked like it would work. That kid made a nice tackle there. That play was open. He just got good tackle there by Stone. Now it's important. Now it's not 4 down because you don't want to give them the ball here because they'll score. But now if you can pick up 6 or 7 yards here and make it 4th and short, it might be more amenable. Better yet, take a 1st down. See how far off he is on Febo here. Turn now.
Back to pass. Good protection. Lets the ball go down.
Nice
complete.
Job. Great job.
Nice catch
So I guess Mr. Spencer's not going to get criticized by me now. That was a good hands by Spence.
Great grab by Noah.
Noah Spencer.
So you do good, you do bad. You know how it works. You like to see the kids do that, especially kids that played for me.
Maybe he heard you subliminally in his mind, and he said, I better make amends for that.
He probably said, Coach Boyle's up in the booth saying something nasty about me. I better catch it. Great play, good pass.
First down,
pass,
Wildcats on the drive now. 37-yard line of Stoneham.
Sorry.
It's like a blitz being threatened. Hand off to Dempsey. Murphy busts his way inside the 30 to the 29.
The power running's been very successful. Stoneham has no answer to that. Saying, how is a defensive tackle or linebacker running through us like that? But it's just, again, it's just a matter of playing hard. He just takes the ball. He's just giving it, just pounding, pound. Nice play call here now. You got second and short. He's got every option to him available. Power backfield. Got Febo 101 way over on the right side.
And off to Lawler finds,
Gonna be just short.
Just shy of a first down. Looked like he had a hole over right tackle, and it closed up quick.
Yeah, their defensive linemen do a good job in maintaining where they're supposed to be. They're not shooting gaps so much as they maintain where they're supposed to be, and then it's either a leg tackle or a good tackle. I'd like to watch if we can watch. This plays a really interesting play because it's third and short. I would try to throw a touchdown pass, make them work because you're going to go for it on fourth down with Murphy. But here we go again. It's Febo right here, right near us. He's single coverage and he's tight if he can beat his man. But
give it to Dempsey again, and he powers forth for another Wildcat first down.
So he probably picked up about 4 yards there, Dempsey Murphy.
I commented a couple of weeks ago, Jim, the segment that WCTV did on him a couple of weeks ago, a little feature, and it was eye-opening, it was emotional, it was certainly a credit to everything that Dempsey has been facing for several years now, but. Not only the determination to do that, I noticed a couple plays ago the ball was loose on the field. He picked it up and he tossed it over to the official to have the ball reset. Just those little things that make a difference.
Power, Rob, power.
Roke sprints out, cuts inside the tackle spot, and he's down almost to the 15-yard line where he stopped. Good first down gain of 8 yards.
Coach Scherner's found something here offensively. Against this Stoneham defense. Stoneham's 5-1. And I know we've given them a lot of good scores, but our offense really looks effective. The other thing with Dempsey, tenacity. It's just a tenacity. You want to see that. What happens when you go down 2 scores? Who's going to step up and play? And here's a kid who has been given an opportunity to switch positions. Has been very successful. Another timeout here for Stoneham.
So 3:43 to go in the first half. Another Stoneham third timeout of the first half. So we'll see what Coach Almeida comes to try to, what he creates to try to stop the Wildcat drive here, and see what Coach Turner can come up with to maintain the drive going.
So here again, Chris, we got 3:43 to play the first half. The Wildcats are going to get the kickoff to begin the second half because Stoneham took the opening kickoff, 95 yards. So again, this is about play calling here. You've been very successful in running the football. You don't want to give them an opportunity with limited time to score before the half. So now but you don't want to screw up here either. But again, the more clock they can run, it's a second and short. You got a lot of options open to you. I love how they have Stoneham on their heels a little bit with this power running they're doing. Now you have let Dempsey and Lawler, who have been your successful running back and receiver, and let Rope make some good smart decisions. See if we can put the ball in the end zone, cut this down to 28 to 17 or 18, and then go from there.
Just a quick mention, this is the final regular season home game for the Wildcats. However, they'll be grouped in with the consolation round when the playoffs start in a couple of weeks. So I know things aren't going to get any easier for them next week against undefeated Wakefield at Wakefield High School. But if they can make a strong showing here or next week, maybe at some point down the line, we'll have a home playoff game.
And Wakefield destroyed Stoneham, I think, too. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they lost to Wakefield 28-6. Stoneham did. That's their only loss of the season. So again, here we go. We're going to go to the power backfield. I don't know exactly because I'm not smart enough to know what I would call that type of backfield, but he's going with the full power with Dempsey.
Overthrown.
Is that Spencer? No, that was Coleman.
Tended downfield. I think Lawler. Oh, nope.
I'm going to have to go with Spencer. It looks like
Actually,
15.
Joey Coleman was the intended receiver on that from, I guess, the tight end position. Snuck out there. Ball was over his head.
Good idea. You get them open. Now you got 2 downs to get 3 yards, and you've been successful. They're going to really, I would imagine now they're going to key on giving the ball to Dempsey. That time
not that time. They were waiting for him off the left tackle. Good pursuit by the right side of the Stoneham defensive line. Actually stopped for a loss of a yard. Going to be 4th down and 4.
So again, here you go. It'd be nice to get the first down. You almost have to. I hate to say this. I'd like to see Jake Roque in space a little bit. The far side over there where we put the trips. He's got Dempsey to block for him, and then make a decision on the run if he has to. Oh shoot! Good job, Jake.
He gets away from the pressure. He tries to run downfield, but he's going to be stopped. Probably should just toss the ball away at that point.
Well, like I looked downfield, everyone's open. He had no chance there. Whoever that blitzing back was, nobody picked him up. Good play call by Stoneham to stop the drive. We'll be under 3 minutes to play here, so now it's imperative you stop Stoneham. You got to keep this a 28-11 lead. Now, you might want to say to yourself, maybe we drop some DBs back and play coverage, and just give them the 5 or 6 yard chunks of yardage they have.
So Stoneham takes over the ball at the 22-yard line. Again, 2:52 to go in the half. Quarterback Jason Nutting brings his team out, number 15. Power backfield again. Pitch back, second man through, a lot of running room. Farron taken down, gained about 9 yards.
They're not going to go quick, so that they
are going to go quick.
Well, they're going to line up, but the quarterback went over to get the play, so it's going to take time. Again, now they got to call the play here off his wrist guard. But again, you'll give them the 5. That was a 10-yard. You want to give them 5 to 8, not 10. Don't give them chunks. I don't think they have a kicking game, so they're going to have to score here, because they're not going to attempt a field goal.
1st and 10. Again, back to pass. Looks downfield. Man is open. Complete. Just about a first down again out to the 42-yard line. That was complete to Paul Mankey again.
They marked that
42.
short, so it'll be 2nd down rather. I'm sorry.
Just shy.
No, they're going to call a first down. No, yeah, I don't know what he. Yeah, he did call that a first down. So line up quick. Defense. That second, we got to cover people in the defensive backfield.
Okay.
These guys are wide open.
Pitch back again. This time, good pursuit by the Wildcats on the defensive right side of the ball.
And I think that was Joey Coleman with a really nice play on that right side. Keep the guy from getting the edge, force him to come up, and the people to make the tackle.
Kept them in bounds. Kind of a key factor is Stoneham has already used, I think, all 3 of their timeouts. So
we're down to 1:45, Chris, to play.
Pitch back again, and a nice tackle.
A hold too. So now Wilmington can think about
Dempsey Murphy. Looks like he's banged up a little bit there on that tackle.
He got hurt. He got pulled down too.
Yeah.
It's not good to see. Dempsey's had played a great first half. Marvelous first half for us. Trainer out there.
He's a tough kid.
He'll be out. Looks like a lower leg injury. Not that I'm a doctor or anything, but just he's hopping off, so you can't put any weight on the lower leg. We'll bring him over to the bench. He's okay.
He's spot foul from the 37-yard line, so it's probably going to send him back to the 27-yard line. It's going to be
second really long, really long.
Penalty is 10 yards.
Second, I need a calculator to count how far it is.
It's about 28, somewhere around there.
Hit him.
Once again, they almost had him. Good coverage by the Wildcats. And You know, the receiver actually fell over the feet of Febo. I think he tripped on the feet, but flag did go down for pass interference.
It's not Febo, I don't think, over there. I can't tell that.
And I can't either. I thought it was number 5. Would be Smolinski? Okay.
Well, I can't even see that far.
Febo was 5, if that was him. Again, we can't really see it that well back here.
That's a 10-yard penalty or 15-yard penalty. Right.
Okay, but an automatic
Still
first down? Okay, no automatic. Okay.
Federation rules.
Okay.
I'm learning up here the rules. So again, there's 1:18 to play. Clock is stopped. They got a 2nd and 10. Inside handoff. That ball fumble?
Wildcats say they have it.
That ball was fumbled and Cats recovered. The Cats are going to go offense with 1:09 left and Roke at the quarterback spot. They tried that inside handoff. It was fumbled. That's the 2nd or 3rd time they've had trouble with the exchange, Chris, and capitalize here for the Cats. Again, not only do they...
109, guys, 109.
So 109, they're working on Dempsey Murphy on the sideline. Looks like it's his left leg. They're trying to get him moving.
So he won't be in the defensive back. But now I'd go spread and then trying to make sure Jake doesn't get completely killed. But spread it out and try to throw you can throw the ball deep 3 times here if you want. Again, I would imagine the DBs are going to play. They're going to play off the receivers. So this is just a matter of run out and curl in at about 8-9 yards and see if Jake can hit you. There's a flag. Another mistake.
Start against Wilmington. 5-yard penalty. Bring up 1st and 15.
Brings the ball back to the 47.
You continue to make those mistakes here. Again, the imperative here, Chris, with 1:09 left is, number 1, don't turn the ball over at this spot. But number 2, try to be as aggressive as you can, move the ball down the field, pick up some points, be great before the half. Again, that NFL rule, we get the ball to start the 2nd half.
Looks like Julian Cella in the background and in the backfield. It is. He's back to pass. Roke looks downfield, lets the ball go, and it's incomplete. Intended for Lawler, just a little bit over his head, fell to the turf.
That time he had no time. If he had a time to set, he had the guy open. But again, he was pursued. Cella made a nice block to initially stop the first defensive player, but the second one got through. You got to give him time to get his feet set and see the field. And they've done a good job in pressuring him. Every time he's had a chance to have the free time, he's made great passing. He's done a good job passing the football.
4 receivers split. Once again, Cheller alone in the backfield. Back to pass. It's going to be caught. What a spectacular catch at the 40-yard line.
That was Febo. Nice catch. He's a little shaken up.
Christian Febo, yep. Clock is continuing to run. It's 45 seconds left.
Should have gone down on the ground if he's hurt. Again, time, got a block.
And he finds big running room up the middle. To the sprints out to the right. He's out inside the 40, inside the 30, and gets out of bounds to stop the clock with 31 seconds left. First down.
Chris, he saw that. He saw the breakdown of offensive line, saw the gap, took the gap. Again, went north-south until he had to go east-west. Then he got himself out of bounds. Really good play by the quarterback there. Just as they drew that one up. Again, now you're 30 seconds. I assume we have 1 timeout left. But I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we would. And it's just now you got to manage the clock. Even if you get close enough to try a field goal attempt here, it's only the end of the half. Field goal attempt will make it 28-14. You'd be 2 touchdowns. You'd be 2 scores down, not 3. See if Roke can keep this momentum going. Don't turn the ball over.
Back to pass again. Good protection. Long downfield to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Lawler down by the goal line.
Lawler did a good job defending that pass, actually. So now 2nd down and 23 seconds. You're going to get 3 more plays to go to the end zone. That play took a little bit too long to develop. Lawler was covered, and I think that's where they want Roke to go. Again, here I would try to, if you can get somebody sliding over the middle. They've been successful with Spencer or even LeBlanc, who's ever out. I don't know who's on the field, but somebody coming across the middle Try to hit them quick, get them down. If you spike the ball, you at least get yourself into some kind of field goal range. So as they spread out
once again, 4 receivers out.
No tight end.
4-man rush.
Oh,
he overthrows it, intended for Cella.
Pass intended for Cella.
He got happy feet there, I think, Chris. Just a little quick. Real quick. He saw him open. He just that plays that. I think that's one thing we've seen as well. A little bubble screen there if you want, or the quick down curl route to the as their corners are playing deep. Now you don't have that option right now because you got 3rd down. You got 2 more plays to the end of the half. So now you want to try to advance the ball as far as you can. And again, those plays you'll see in the second half. The guys up here will probably have seen that and say, this is going to make us successful. So you want to try to get man-to-man on one of your quicker outside. They're really recognizing where everyone is. I think they got Spencer wide here, yeah. Spencer's going to be open right across the middle. He went the wrong way. It's going to be intercepted.
Threw it up a Hail Mary. It's intercepted. They better bring him down.
Flag anyway.
Okay, interception of the play by Mikey Pignoni, number 1.
So we got 6 seconds left in the half. He probably forced that one a little bit. There's going to be a personal foul here, which, unless Stoneham decides to throw Hail Mary, is not going to really impact us much. But again, that play, he might have forced that just a little bit. Jake probably thought himself he could force that into that. He had 2 men out there, and a little bit too much air on the ball, and I would say forced it just a smidge. Yeah, they're talking about that on the sidelines. He knows that. Okay, when they bring I still think that the slant routes are going to work against this defense. If you can start to, there's defensive foul. His foul was a personal foul on them. But as we run the half out, Chris, tough little first half, but they've seemed to have settled the ship even though they're down 16-17.
So probably a fall on the ball at the 9 or 10 yard line. That brings the first half to a close as the clock ticks down. Ready for the halftime show at Alumni Field. The score at halftime, Stoneham 28, the Wildcats 11.
And we'll be back right after this.
Tonight's opener will be Bad Romance by Lady Gaga, conducted by junior drum major Cassandra Tibbetts. The second song will be Every Time We Touch by Cascada, conducted by junior drum major Alex Kennedy. And the final song, Crazy in Love by Beyonce, conducted by senior drum major Katrina Rixton.
Okay, welcome back everybody to Wilmington High School Alumni Field. Halftime, Wildcats trailed the Spartans 28-11. It was a big play first half, starting with the first play of the game, Jim.
Yes, it was. The first kickoff, Stoneham scored on all but their last possession, took the kickoff about 95 yards for a touchdown. Wildcats came back with a really good drive to get 3. Then Stoneham, again, another quick drive. I think it was a touchdown pass.
27-yard touchdown pass from to Farron.
Wilmington came down, and I think we turned the ball over. They scored again. And then Wilmington scored a little bit late, and it did a pretty good job. I like what he's done. Offensively with that Dempsey Murphy in the backfield and running 3 different types of sets. It's kept the Stoneham a little bit on their heels defensively, but until we can stop the Spartans, stop their offense, it could be a long night. So second half, we'll get the opening kickoff, 28-11. Chris, again, got to stop them on defense. You got to secondary. The poor secondary play is still coming back to haunt the Wildcats. So Stoneham has come back out in the field. I think both teams are down in the locker room together. They might have had to wait till they went and brought Stoneham out first. So Stoneham will be set to kick off if the Cats ever come back out on the field.
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, this is kind of a long halftime show, and if you're watching us live, we apologize. A lot of downtime. Hope you enjoyed the halftime show by the Wilmington High School Band. Here come the Wildcats now, so we should be just about ready for third quarter action.
So again, we'll come out, we'll get the opening kickoff. The other thing I saw that the adjustment made on the kickoff was he brought Michael Lawler up more to like the third 25, 30, 35-yard line in that area, 25, 30, 30. So their little squib kick, because I don't think they have a great kicking game, Stoneham. So you know exactly where it's going to go. So you put your best returner there. The first time they did it, we had a little bit of trouble with, picked it up, went the wrong way, east and west. Second time they kicked it, Lawler did a really good job of taking it north-south. So that's where the importance will be. So let's see what they do. And it looks like Dempsey is back out. I'm just trying to find him. It looks like he's ready to go. So again, let's see if we can get a little bit better field possession here to start the half and put it in the end zone.
They were working on Dempsey's left high ankle or lower leg. I don't know if it was a strain or muscle pull or a cramp he had when he went down late in the first half.
Yeah, right down below. So it looks like he's running well. He's like 88. Yeah, he's ready to go. He's not going to. I don't think that's going to be a problem. He'll probably have a little bit of a limp out there, but he did a great job in the first half in establishing contact. In reality. And that was, again, a little bit of a change up here tonight with more of a power running back, getting Murphy the ball. Then he goes to the split, he goes to the spread, and he went to the basic where they were of the T, where they started the wing, where they started with Peter LeBlanc over top of the tight end. So see how they come out here. Let's see where they put Lawler. They're going to put Chella and Lawler, at least Chella. And Lawler, yeah, Chella and Lawler at the 30, and I can't tell who's in the middle, but they get
Coleman is in the middle, number 15.
Okay,
25-yard.
So they're gonna, if you catch the kick, run straight ahead, touch the kick 10 yards, and you'll be happy. It's a short kick. LeBlanc must have called a fair catch. That's okay though, nothing wrong with that. You don't get popped. You get the ball about the 38-yard line.
Decent starting position for the Wildcats.
Right. Like
is it going to be 36-yard line for the Wildcats?
Right.
30, right at the 35 looks like is where they're going to put it. So Wildcats first and 10 as we begin the third quarter. And see what the coach comes up with to deal with some of the minor injury issues. LeBlanc alone in the backfield with Roque. Hand off to LeBlanc. Dances his way just off the left side to tackle. Gains of about 4 yards.
I think that's Lawler, Coach. Lawler,
did I say LeBlanc? Yeah.
Yeah, Lawler, like I said, the 11, the 41, and the 81 up here in this with the glare off the thing. I can't even tell, but I can tell by his running style there. So again, that's the first good positive play to start. We want to see him run clock. Keep changing up your offensive look.
Second and, I guess, close to 7 for the Wildcats.
Yep.
Once again, Lawler set to the right of Roque in the backfield. 2 wide receivers split to the right. Fakes the handoff. Roque keeps it, finds good running room up the middle. Stopped just shy of the first down at the 43-yard line. Going to be 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats.
Now he's coming with a power package. Now added to the power package is Joey Coleman, number 15, along with Dempsey Murphy. So the big guys are in.
3rd down and 2.
And Rogue made a good read there to see that opening and make this a much more manageable 3rd down.
So Lawler and Murphy both in the backfield. Strong to the right for the Wildcats. Dempsey takes it, but he's going to be held up shy of the first down, and he hits the turf hard.
So coach has a decision to make here. 4th and about yard and a half. I would just keep the ball in the offense because you got to score. You're going to have to score to keep up with them.
4th and a yard for the Wildcats.
And I would imagine, Chris, that at halftime, Coach Almeida Stoneham made some type of adjustment. So if you see Murphy on the, you got to hit him. You got to hit him high and try to knock him down because it's just not. He was getting major yardage that you don't want to give up. So that was an interesting way they made that defensive play. He's not going to be as quick to the hole, but he was pounding the hole. So they fill the gap and they make the tackles. A big play here for the Cats. 4th and 1.
4th and 1, Roque in the shotgun. Keeps it, sprints to the left, finds a lot of running room up to midfield. And
that's a flag. Yeah, that's Ford's going to get called for personal foul there. He hit him way out of bounds.
So he carries down to the 47, and it might be another 15 yards beyond that. So
I like that, allowing your athletic quarterback to get into space. He only needed to pick up 1 yard. They were thinking maybe they're going to try to jam the ball in the middle. He caught the edge, and Jake with his speed picks up the first down. He got hit late out of bounds by number 4 of Stoneham as well. So, not only do you pick up the first down, you're going to pick up major yardage into their territory. So again, Cats driving the ball, Chris. So they've really been, except for that turnover, every drive they've been relatively successful.
Brings it down to the 32-yard line of the Spartans.
1st and 10, Wilmington from the Stoneham 32-yard line after the penalty.
I think he'll come out in the wing. Nope, he's got Dempsey in the backfield. So he's going to go to the power. And he's got Coleman here closest to us. Somebody's in the wrong spot out in the wide right. Oh, fumble, just lay on it.
Roque falls on it. It seems like they get 2 steps forward and 1 step back almost continuously here. But would there be a penalty or a miscue?
Jake's right hand got pounded pretty good, probably his elbow. I think that was just a miss. Someone in the backfield, either Lawler or Murphy, went the wrong way because they ran into each other as Jake was trying to make the handoff. Again, you're right. 1 step up, 2 steps back. This is it's been the story of the season so far.
2nd and 17 for the Wildcats.
I do have to say I'm very impressed with the offense tonight. They've done a great job against a pretty good Stoneham defense.
Febo comes to the left, 3 wide receivers to the right. Roque sprints to the right, looks downfield, and not only a penalty on the play for the Wildcats, but Roque threw it into the ground about 8 yards downfield. So
they tackled 42 here. The 2 people on the right side of our offensive line, they just tackled him as he broke in.
Coach might even decline this. What do you think? Looks like they'll set him back.
They keep moving them back, therefore they have to. It's a field position game. You can pin your ears back and go after Roque here if you want.
Penalty's only against Wilmington. 10-yard penalty. Still be 2nd down.
So that's 2 consecutive mistakes on 2 consecutive plays. If they actually move the first set of downs, they managed to get the first down and get the 15 yards. That 15 yards has all been given up because it's what. Second, like 25 yards here.
I think it's 29 yards, I think. I'm looking downfield. 10, 20.
Almost 29. You're right, Chris.
Yeah. Not bad for somebody that was a horrible math student. Second down, 29 at their own 49. Roke back to pass. And he throws it. It's complete to Lawler. It went just over Febo's fingertips, and Lawler was able to corral it right by the sideline.
Yeah, Febo probably was. I'd be curious to see who the intended receiver on that play was. But again, you pick up a 10-yard pickup, so now you make it a little bit more manageable with third down. And again, here's another issue where if you pick up a big chunk and make fourth down more reasonable, you can go for it on fourth down and try to convert. But the penalty and the fumble really, the negative play is really hurting them right now.
Clock winding down to about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Murphy alone in the backfield for protection. Roke keeps it, but he's going to be taken down just shy of the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard at the 42.
I almost think you have to punt here, but he won't. But I would punt here. It's fourth down and forever. Yeah, he's going to bring the punt team on. That's the right call by Turner. You're only down 3 scores. If my math is correct, 17 points. So you got to get 3. You can only get, most you can get on 2 scores is 16. So 16 minus 17 is -1. So you have to pick up 3 scores there. It's a good idea to punt. Try to punt them back, and maybe you can turn them over.
Sands in punt formation, stands at his own 45-yard line. 2 return is deep for Stoneham, standing at their own 10. High snap, Stands gets it, he gets it away, end over end. Fair catch called for, it bounces.
Get it.
Owen Cushing is down there, and he's going to down it at the 5-yard line of Stoneham. So, good transition for the Wildcats, gets the ball deep in Stoneham territory, gives them something to work with.
Good punt, punted and bounce. After that first bounce, I was worried it might bounce wide instead of, again, special teams play there. If you're Cushing there, get yourself to the goal lines to keep the ball in front of you and let it roll as far so it doesn't roll over that goal line, because it puts them in really negative field position. Good punt by Sands, though. Good special teams play there.
Wildcats pretty much playing a 5-man defensive front. LeBlanc, Spencer, Brady, Cella. Can't see who the other one is there. Man in motion. And a big hole out to the 11-yard line. That was Farron on the carry. Close. Looks like almost a 9-yard gain brought down at the, 14-yard line? 13,
14. Now we'll see if Stoneham wants to, again, do they decide to impose their will and just keep running the football? You got the big lead. If you eat some clock, you run the game clock. There's no way for Wilmington to get the ball back enough times to beat you. Or do you just keep taking advantage of the secondary of the Cats and throw deep?
Pitch back again to Paolini. A loss on the play, down to the 11, back to the 11-yard line. Going to bring up third and about 4 for Stoneham.
Joey Coleman with a nice play. Coleman's had a nice game, playing all over the field. They're moving him around, both on offense and defense. We have to petition the athletic director, Dennis Ingram, to get us uniforms with those huge numbers so that we can see better up here.
Yeah, the blue on blue can be tough from a distance unless you're looking at the monitor. So, see what Stoneham's got cooked up here.
Third and short.
Cut back again, finds good running room, and he's going to sprint it down the field to the 40, to the 50. Going to go all the way. That's Colin Farron, number 11 again.
That was a basic counter play where they brought him from the left side through the gap on the right side of the line, and he cut it up. And again, was it whether we pitched up too tough, but once he got into open space, his speed just was phenomenal. So
89 yards on the carry for Colin Farron. When the Wildcats had him deep in their own territory. So we'll probably try the 2-point conversion again.
I don't think they have a kicking game. So that is Always an issue if you can't kick the football.
Nutting sprints out to the right, runs toward the end zone. He flips it complete and
He's not gonna
incomplete.
get in. Good tackle there.
The receiver had the ball, and I think when he hit the ground, he kind of bobbled it up there. So the point after attempt is no good. With 5:17 to go in the third quarter tonight, the Wildcats are down 34-11.
Good play there on the two-point conversion fail by Owen Cushing with a great tackle to keep him out of the end zone. That play was, it looked like it was set for a quarterback option where he was going to run it in, but we got good penetration by our defensive line that forced him. Then just that little dump pass, and again Cushing maintained his spot, kept his man, making his mark, and made a great tackle. Keep it from 36 to 34. So Cats now down 23 points. You're gonna need 3 touchdowns and one extra point and 2 conversions.
Once again, Rivera and Febo deep for the Wildcats. They're standing at their own 20-yard line. Coleman is in the middle of the field at the 25, and it looks like Lawler, and I'm not sure if it's
Chella probably.
Chella.
Yeah.
Another punch picked up by Lawler. Finds good running room up across the 40-yard line where he's brought down at the 41.
I would imagine against certain teams, if you can't kick the ball deep and you're giving, like when they play Wakefield, like I said, you had mentioned we didn't see these games, but they had played Wakefield. You're giving Wakefield or a team that's got great offense starting field position the 40. The Cats have done a great job taking advantage of the good field position. Turnover on downs, the little fumble, but the offense it looks like it's cranking a little bit the way he set it up. So. Again, he'll go back to the wing with 2 slit near us.
Handoff is faked, and Roque carries for about a 3-yard gain out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, that looked like a read option where he's either going to hand it off to LeBlanc or take it himself. He must have seen something like you get 3 or 4 yards. I mean, if you get 3 yards a carry, you'll have in four downs you got 12 yards. That's a first down. So,
every time, right?
Well, as they always would say about Lombardi, the 3 yards in a cloud of dust kind of a momentum going.
Second and about 6 for the Wildcats. Five-man rush. It's split out to Febo. Finds some running room. It's complete.
First down.
It's going to be a first down across midfield down to the 49-yard line.
Somebody's down. Looks like Roque is out. I didn't see what happened there. Did he get hit late?
We didn't see it.
So QB1 is on the ground. Hopefully nothing too serious for him.
Either way, he has to sit out.
Correct.
A couple of plays. Do we bring in Elmas? Do you put
I think
LeBlanc back in the backfield?
I think Lawler will be your quarterback. It's his leg. Maybe he cramped up. It's so hot out there today. Maybe he didn't get enough fluids.
Want to recognize our staff tonight. We have George Breslin on camera at midfield for the first time this season. He had to get a bonus in his clause to come back with us tonight, but we certainly appreciate that. Nice job. Looks like Jake is okay. So Lawler will take over the quarterbacking duties at least for a couple of plays.
Yeah, they're going to bring him over to the cart, probably retape him. See if they do that.
So enough for a first down for the Wildcats across midfield. First and 10.
That was definitely a cramp because they're working on the calf. Okay, luckily his parents are down there in front of me. They can't hear that we're calling that a cramp, because if it's not, then I'll take the abuse from Jake and family next week when they watch this broadcast.
Okay, so Chella's in the backfield now with Lawler calling signals. Lawler keeps it. Gains about 3 yards up to the 46-yard line.
Roque's going to be back. It definitely was a cramp. He must have cramped up. That's good. Again, a nice play by Law. The quarterback got it and really quick under the hole. Again, now you're looking at 2nd and 6. You're like, it's hard to emphasize how well our offense has played tonight. I mean, they've done a good job moving the football. I know they only scored 11 points, but they've been in good offensive territory. So let's see if they can continue the positive.
Cella stays in the game with Roque in the backfield. Pass downfield, and it's complete to Febo across the 40. Couple of tough hits. He brings it down to about the 38-yard line, so it's going to be another first down for the Wildcats. They continue the drive with 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Pass is good for Wilmington. First down.
So again, that play is that quick because their corners are playing so deep. Those quick routes are successful. You get 5, 6, 7 yards. You're going to get first downs and move first downs. Like I said, the offense they found something here with varying their offensive look. So looks like LeBlanc's out, so where they see the spread of the power, it looks like they're going to go.
Murphy's in the backfield.
Both power backs. So here again, let's see if they go Dempsey Murphy on first down. See how deep they are on Febo. One's way off. You can't really see it here as he stepped up. There is
another quick pass, incomplete. I think it was intended for Febo.
Christian Febo will be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Roque threw that maybe a little bit too hard. That was fastball up and away. That wasn't a little change up.
Roque down again, or nope?
No, that's 52. 52
Ali Abuko.
He was hobbling a little bit there.
Second and 10.
2:19 to play here, third quarter. Cats trail 23 points. Good inside handoff.
So Dempsey Murphy busts his way inside the 35, down just inside the 35.
Dempsey Murphy on the carry.
Going to be third down and about 6.
Dempsey's had a really, again, he's probably gained probably 30 to 40 yards on about 6 or 8 carries. He's picking up 4 or 5 yards a carry. They seem to have made an adjustment. We come out of the halftime where when he was first play of the second half that he ran the ball, they met him in the backfield. But again, with the adjustment, just run the ball hard. He's just smash mouth right into the defensive line.
Roque overthrows it again to Febo.
It's not open there though either. They
Pass intended for Febo is incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
Brings out 4th down. Do you guess you go for it?
You gotta go
here,
for
Coach?
now. You're going for. You're down 23. It's 1:36
Sands
to
comes
play.
in.
If it's 32, I think for the running clock in the fourth quarter, if I'm correct. I think 40 in the third and 32 in the fourth. I think was what they told me. So you like to score here again. It's a long 6 yards. 2 incomplete passes and a Dempsey Murphy run. I'd still like to see if they could get Roque into space a little bit so he can make the decision whether he tries to run for it or get a guy open. They got Spencer way out to the right. And they got
Sands is beyond him as well.
Right, and they got Lawler and Febo here closer to us.
Dempsey into block in the backfield, most likely. Back to pass. He scrambles a little bit. He's going to try to run for it.
Nice move.
He's inside down about the 20-yard line, so that's going to be enough for first down for the Wildcats.
That second
Good
move
scramble.
that he made, you said he looks like he's going to scramble. I think, oh my God, they're going to get. He made a nice little cut in towards the field, not towards the sideline, which was utilized very well and picked up a good chunk of yards there. So it was 4th and 6, and picked up about 12, 14 yards there to move it to the 30 or the 20. My mistake. Sorry. The band's still having a good time, though.
They are.
He's
Downfield, intended, and it's incomplete. A little bit underthrown. It was intended, looks like, for Noah Spencer.
Yeah.
And actually, Noah made a good play in the ball to keep it from being intercepted.
That one Jake's got to throw on the outside shoulder. That's a touchdown if he goes the other. If it's not inside, outside, and Noah probably catches that. Again, I like the idea is varying the offense a little bit, making someone have to think where you're going to go, what you're going to do. Again, Spencer, way wide, so he's got his His tight end and his 2 receivers out. He's got Lawler here. Let's see if he can get Lawler somewhere like a post route open.
Blitz coming. He tries to sprint out, and he's going to be knocked down for a big loss back at the 34-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 13, 14 yards. Actually, the forward progress was at the 32-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 12.
Third down.
Third down and a big chunk.
22.
Third down, they have to get to Barica to get a first down.
I don't know. Seemed like a lot. I just guessed. You're right.
22 sounds right.
Estimation.
So you got 2, again here, Chris, harping on this. You have 2 plays that pick up the 22. You don't have to pick it all but once. You got no blitz pickup there from anyone, and Roque was left like all alone against 2 defenders.
Back to pass, looks downfield, throws it long and deep, and it's going to be
Caught by, no,
intercepted down at the goal line. Return out to the 15 to the 20, the 25, across the 30, and he's going to be still going a flag on the play, and the return is out to the 42.
That pass looked like it was going to get caught. I think the DB got away with a little bit of a push. Again, we don't have replay, but the play got a little tough at the end. We got a player down in the end zone. I'm going to guess cramp again. That was what it looks like.
I think it was Pignoni on the interception. He brought it back about 42 yards, and some of it will come back because of the penalty on the return.
So it's going to come back. So it would almost be like a turnover and downs here for us as well.
Penalties, illegal block in the back.
So Stoneham will get the ball at their 25-yard line when action picks up again.
13 seconds left in the quarter.
Can't tell yet exactly. I don't know if it might be Christian Febo down there in the.
Yeah, it's Febo. It was the intended receiver. Just to give a quick update for my Temple fans out there. Temple intercepted a pass for a touchdown. So, with about 10 minutes to play in the first quarter, Temple leads Tulsa 7-0 in American action.
You know, I can hear the crowd roaring from here, Jim.
Oh yeah, there's not much of a crowd because the Phillies are playing right across the street. So, Temple will be lucky to have 1,500 people at the link tonight. 13 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Sorry, had to lighten it up again. Febo looks like
left ankle, left leg injury, but Stoneham will take over here at the 25-yard line with 13 seconds to go in the third quarter.
It's almost likely to get one play till we switch quarters, switch saves, switch sides.
Pitch back through the middle of the field. Bad tackling again.
Got a player got a little bit of 50s hobbling down there for them, 60 rather, excuse me.
Landers in the carry picked up about 4 yards.
That'll be the end of the quarter.
That'll be the end of the third quarter.
So after the third quarter of action here at Wilmington High School, Stoneham Spartans 34, Wildcats 11. We'll be getting ready for fourth quarter action. Once again, we want to thank our sponsors. WCTV's football coverage on Wilmington High School football is sponsored by Mayflower Rehabilitation and also Rocco's Restaurant. We want to thank them both for their sponsorship of the football coverage this year. Reminder that we are hopeful to do the Thanksgiving Day football game up in Tewksbury this year. Probably not live, but we also are hopeful that we'll have at least one more home game in the consolation round of football when it comes up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So stay tuned to your local programming. Keep an eye on the website, and we'll let you know if we're going to be able to cover any more games here at Wilmington High School football. And just a shout out to Jim Boyle, my partner, who has done so many of the other athletic events here at the high school, the soccer. I know you did a girls soccer game the other night. You got multiple programs on. And once again, folks, I've mentioned it many times over the years, Wilmington Community Television is successful because of its volunteers. And Jim is one of those people that stepped up big. He keeps the kids in mind when he wants to do his programming, to give them some recognition for all their efforts on the athletic field. So What do you have to say about that, Coach?
Well, like I said, I did 7 shows a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. All the athletic teams except for boys cross country and cheerleading, and I'm not going to be able to get them in the studio until I get back from my little vacation down in the warm climate of Florida. But the kids are great. I mean, I can't say anything better than these kids always do a great job. They're very well spoken, and for all the bad news you hear about high school kids, these kids really do a great job. So I have nothing.
Nice tackle there by Coleman again. He's really stood out tonight, number 15 on the 4-yard carry by nutting the quarterback. Actually, maybe a little more. Well, about 4 yards. He stopped just shy of the first down. But
speaking of Coleman and LeBlanc were in the studio, so that show is up on WCTV and on our on-demand. And that is the Wildcat Sports Update, which is separate from Under the Lights, which is a presentation that the station's putting together following the team through the whole season. So my show is Wildcat Sports Update. I usually bring captains and seniors into the studio to explain.
3rd and 1, quarterback sneak by nutting, and having trouble bringing him down. He's still churning away. I guess they're going to stop forward progress at the 37-yard line, but that's enough for a first down.
So my guess here is Coach Almeida is just going to ground and pound. He's got the 23-point lead. There's no need to try to throw the ball and turn it over, but you watch now, he'll throw some kind of a pass on me on 1st and 10. But clearly, like I said, it's been there have been, even though you're down 23, there have been some positive things we've seen tonight. Offense has been a little bit, although we did turn the ball over twice, it's a little more active. Dempsey Murphy had a great game. Lawler with a long touchdown. So there are some positives inside.
Good defensive stop there by the Wildcats. Dempsey Murphy, Noah Spencer in on the tackle.
And again, you want to see how there's a lot of juniors on this team, so there'll be a lot of kids coming back. You want to see them play hard. You're going to look at film and say they didn't. At least they didn't quit on you here. They've been really a pretty good second half team all year, although they've been outscored at 6-0 here in the half. So we had a 28-11 lead at the halftime. It's only 34-11. So again, defense has made a couple stops. Offense has really had the ball a lot too, Chris. So Stoneham is going to take their time.
2nd and 9.
They wait for the official to put his arm up. That means there's 10 seconds left on the clock, and they'll run their play.
Pitch back again. Wildcats are finally starting to sniff that out on the counter.
That'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Sean Kilty on the run for Stoneham.
I think Stoneham
loss of a couple.
Stoneham's not really worried. The clock is not their enemy, is their ally in this situation. Clock is the enemy of the Cats. So you keep you get this stop here, make them punt, get your offense back on the field. Please try to get some points on the board. But it's really been a weird game because the game didn't start off too well for the Cats as they gave up that long kickoff return. So they've been playing from behind the whole night.
3rd and 12 for Stoneham. Quarterback is back to pass. He lets it go, and it's incomplete.
Good play by Cushing, who dropped back into the passing zone, passing lane there, and tipped that away. So it'll be 4th down. I would imagine we're going to get to see Stoneham actually punt the football.
This will be the first punt tonight for the Spartans, we think. So somebody can kick.
Yeah, their kickoffs haven't been that impressive, and they've gone for 2 every time they've had the touchdown. So I don't know. He's bringing this.
Lawler is back by himself right now. It's okay. Now somebody else is going to drop back. Looks like Rivera, number 2.
And we'll see what they. They're going to punt.
And their punter is their quarterback. So let's not automatically assume.
I would expect him to punt here. You got a 23-point lead. Nice kick.
Very nice. Taken by Rivera. Inside is 28, and he's brought down at the 28.
Good kick, good coverage. Cats with pretty good field position. What you said about the 28, you think? Yeah. So, like I said, you have to execute. Stoneham will probably, they're Division 5 team, so I'm imagining they're in pretty good shape to make the tournament, the playoff state tournament as a football team. Cats are looking at 2 consolation games after next week's Freedom Division finale against the Wakefield Warriors.
Okay, for the first time this year, I see Owen Cushing in on offense. What's going to happen here, Jim?
They're going to throw.
Okay.
They're going to spread it out and gunsling around here. Let's see if they're not. They're going to go to the.
Okay, so he's in the left slot, and Sands is far to the left.
And the blanks right here.
Handoff up the middle
to Lawler.
Short gain by Mike Lawler across the 30.
I do know the Cats are battling a couple of injuries too. There's players keep kids are banged up, a couple concussions, and so it's a short. I think it's not as long a roster as it was to start the season, which is typical of high school football. So even I see Jake running out there, he limping as well. So I mean it's a tough little. It's a tough sport. You get beat up. Even playing high school, they don't look as big as the pros and not as fast, but you're still getting hit. It's tough. These kids, give them credit for toughing it out.
Cushing and Sands on the near side now. Double reverse handoff. Good running room. Ooh.
I don't know why he slid.
Peter LeBlanc looked like he was going to try to change his direction a little bit. He lost his footing.
I like him just put the head down and drive through. Put that shoulder down and pound through if he could.
So they're going to give him a first down out to the 40-yard line. So 7:36 to go in tonight's game.
And again, now this is again. You watch the film. Coach will watch the film. People watching us live here on WCTV are watching the replay. You got to give credit. The kids have not quit, which is something you want to see, especially during this winless season, which it starts to drag on a little bit. But they haven't quit. They're showing a lot of life.
Pass is incomplete. I think it was intended for Sands. He stopped on the play, and the ball sailed a little bit beyond him.
See a pass Cushing. I think that's Cushing over there. So now he'll probably go to the spread because he brought Kuhlman in and Sands is out. So let's see if he's using. This will be more of the power backfield with Murphy and Lawler in the backfield. And they look a little confused, but you don't want to see confused.
Second and 10 for the Wildcats.
Captain of the basketball team.
Dempsey, Murphy, and Lawler in the backfield. Cushing split wide to the right. Handoff to Murphy. Finds good running room.
That's what you like.
He's going to be stopped at the 47, 48-yard line. He's going to be a little shy of the first down. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Dempsey Murphy continuing to inflict pain on the Stoneham Spartans on the Wildcat offense. So that makes it 3rd and short, so it's manageable. Like I said, I got to give credit to our band and our cheerleaders. And the student section, I think, is still over there too. They've done a really good job, and give them credit. It's been a longer night than expected.
This time Lawler carries. He's going to be stopped shy of the first down, just shy of midfield.
Yeah, I think they've run that play about 6 times, and like I said earlier, they've been lucky to pick up 5 or 6 yards on it.
So 4th and 1. No question about it. 4 down territory for the Wildcats as clock continues to tick down to just about 6 minutes before the next play is snapped.
I guess you got to make the first down here, Chris. You turn the ball over. So we've turned it over on downs once. We've had an interception and a fumble. So again, trying to limit those mistakes.
Dempsey Murphy, first down to the 30, make that 40.
He continues to inflict pain.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was trying to count my head. First down. That's the important thing.
He said, like I said, it's when they write the story of this game, there'll have to be some positives about putting him in the backfield, at least after a week or so of getting used to it and having him run the football. Again, I'm not a mathematician, so he's probably had about between 20 and 40 yards gained on the ground. It's been very, very positive for the Cats offense.
One of the offensive linemen moved a little before the snap, so we'll set them back 5 yards, make it 1st and 15.
And now they'll switch up, Coleman out, Hunter Sands in. So my guess is they'll go more to the spread here. They really haven't. Everything that they've thrown except for the longer have been to the outside. I haven't seen them try to exploit a short pass across the middle here. So we get Spencer and Lawler here. See if they try to drive Spencer right across the middle, right where that official is.
Dempsey in to block.
Yep, they're going to crisscross.
Whoop. And
Brooks
Jake sprints out. Offensive line stuck with it. He
nice play.
Connects it with LeBlanc to the 40, to the 30, and that's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. Good play on the far end. I don't know.
Lawler did a good job there, Chris, of actually once Drake got in trouble, he came back to the play. I mean, it's a smart, heady play. Again, like I said, if you're looking for positives, there are positive things we've seen here 6-7 games into the season. So Michael Lawler playing, again, heady coming in. They did a little bit of a...
Christian Febro is back in the game. I just said it was a very good move on his part. He came very close to a block in the back, and you see he kind of pulled up before the block, which would have set the Wildcats back. So we have a 4-minute warning maybe, or is this a timeout? Somebody called timeout. So 4:08 to go in the 4th quarter, and the score is still Stoneham 34, Wilmington 11.
Yes, Stoneham doesn't want to get scored on here probably. Again, that was if we look at that play, Roque did a good job of escaping the pressure, not getting tackled, sacked for a loss. Sprinted out here to his right, which is his throwing arm, and saw Lawler come back right to the ball, fired it right on top of him. And when he has that look, and he's throwing straight on with the pass, he's been very successful. He's had a little bit of trouble with the long ball. He's been long or short a couple times. But that pass, when he's in space and gets his feet set, he's really done a good job with that. You know, it's hard to get him in space because he's getting run around, chased around by a lot of Stoneham players. But it's, again, positive yardage. Try to get a touchdown here. Onside kick, get a touchdown there. Onside kick. Touchdown and 2-point conversion, and we're tied. We'll go to overtime. We'll be here till 9 o'clock.
Always positive, Jim. That's what I told you earlier in the week. I want a lot of positivity from you tonight, so that's good.
You got to remain as positive as possible.
1st and 10 at the Stoneham 30-yard line for the Wildcats. 4:08 to go in the game. 2 wide receivers split to the right. Reverse again to LeBlanc, finds good running room up the middle, and he's inside the 20, inside to the 15-yard line. Took the handoff from LeBlanc, from Lawler.
That was a good run. He ran hard, kept going, got some space, and again, they have done a reasonable job offensively in moving the football. I mean, it doesn't. 11 points isn't going to make you jump out of your seat, but that's because they had like I said, the 2 turnovers and the turnover and downs. But they've had good success in running the football.
Another sprint right to LeBlanc, but he's going to be stopped in the backfield for a loss of 4 or 3.
They sniffed that one out really well. They were ready for that. You're going to be behind the sticks here, and you've got 3:12 to play here in the game. 2nd down. I can like to see them punch this in to keep it as positive as possible. Like I said, it's been a tough season. You lose all 6 games you played, and you're getting beat up, and it makes it really difficult to keep coming out there. And I'm glad to see them really. They're playing hard. They want to put this ball in the end zone. At least there's no quit, which is good to see. Proud of the kids for that. Dump it, Jacob. Good job. He gets crushed. That was a good job just to get rid of it, or that would have been a 15-yard loss.
Yeah, it was an all-out rush by the whole defensive line. I think it would be a good opportunity, but it's too late now probably to set up a screen pass. But
yeah, it might be.
3rd and about 12. 2:42 left in tonight's game.
Again, this is a matter of getting half this back. They're gonna probably, you're right with the screen, maybe slide the back right on the little bubble screen as they blitz so Jake can get rid of it quick. So where do we have, let's find Lawler. Lawler's in the backfield, and then they're in the wing. So let's see if they come here to the short side with Lawler.
This time to LeBlanc on the
good job.
Reverse action. Down inside to the 10. Stayed on his feet. Taken down at actually the 11-yard line.
Close to the 10-yard line.
So it's going to be 4th down.
So hopefully not the last offensive play of the night for the Cats. They get makes it manageable. Makes you can do a lot. Again, last time we had the situation, they brought Roque in motion.
Who in motion?
Roque, not Roque in motion. Roque came to the short side. I'm sorry. I've been here too long tonight.
Okay, Coach Turner has called a timeout with 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in tonight's game. So let's see what he comes up with on 4th down and 5.
Yeah, let's see if he brings in Dempsey as a blocker. But again, Roque, when he gets in space, he gets his feet set, has done a good job throwing the ball. And they're going to blitz. They're going to bring a lot of pressure, I would imagine, as well. But again, it's been a really light scoring second half. Stoneham scored only one time, and the Cats have not scored.
So before we wind down tonight's game, we want to thank our executive producer of tonight's game, our producer director Frank Messer. Sideline camera, the only one on tonight, George Breslin. And my partner Jim Boyle. And what is there an update for the Temple game yet, Jim?
Yeah, we're up 10-0.
10-0.
Unless they kick the field goal.
Just remember, folks, if you're watching us live tonight on Friday night, you can probably find that game somewhere.
ESPN2.
ESPN2. Well,
I think it's ESPN2 tonight. Friday nights. I'm going home to watch. Hey, it could be our first American Conference win. Get our coach off the schneid. Anytime you bring kids from Tulsa, Oklahoma to Philadelphia for a Friday night in October, they're not ready to play. You gotta beat them up.
Philadelphia's a tough city, Jim.
Philadelphia's the toughest city in the country. That's what they tell me. I haven't been there in like 40 years. I've been down there for games and everything, but Philadelphia's got at the complexes before you get this play. They've got the football game at the Link. They got the playoff game with the Padres at the Citizens Bank, and then they got Jane's Addiction and what's the name of the other group? Smashing Pumpkins at the Fleet Center.
Wow!
All at the same time.
Dempsey's in the backfield with Roque. So
they're going to bring Roque to the right and try to get Lawler over in the corner of the end zone.
Intercepted at the 5-yard line by the Stoneham defense down the sideline. One man back. And he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Interception return of about 50 yards. Aliabuko on the tackle. And I think the interception was, let's see.
Jake tried to thread the needle a little bit too much there.
Tim Doherty, I think, number 33 for Stoneham on the interception return. So once again, the offensive play calling is stymied on 4th down, and
that'll be just about do it too, Chris. I imagine I don't think he'll take a knee here, but he doesn't have to run. He's got to run like 3 plays, and we're done.
Yeah, Coach Almeida's always been a class act, so I don't anticipate him trying to.
That one, Jake, again, throwing the ball in the middle of traffic. He's done that twice now. Once he got away with it, an incomplete pass, but that time he tried to shove something into a spot that you just couldn't get the ball through. But
okay, Nutting still in the game at quarterback. Handoff.
The tackle.
Wildcats stop him for about a 2-yard gain.
They're going to be a flag
on the carry.
Getting a little chippy. Whoa, 79's a big boy taken down. He must be. You don't need it to be chippy. The Cats are going to have to. They're going to go down to defeat. You have to understand that. This flag will just slow us down here as we try to get home.
So the clock stops with 1:44. Personal foul on the offense. Going to set the ball back 15 yards. Actually, both sides get called on the fouls.
That'll be offsetting.
So we'll replay 2nd down.
Yes.
Or was that end of the play? We'll see.
So it will be second down. That was first down, I think, Chris. And they'll run clock. I like that. This official's my new best friend down there. He's running clock after the penalty. Stone does.
All right, 2nd and 8.
Victory formation. They're not going to Joe Pisarcik this. I bet you there's 98% of our listening audience has no idea who Joe Pisarcik was.
Philadelphia something, right?
Yes, it was Philadelphia versus the Giants. Pisarcik, all they do is take a knee and the game's over. Joe Pisarcik, I think it was Morris, was the running back. They tried to hand the ball off to Morris, and they fumbled, and it might have even been, that wasn't Herm Edwards. I'm not sure who the D-back was who picked it up for the Eagles and scored the touchdown. And now they do this victory formation. We should call it the Joe Pisarcik formation.
3rd down. 40, clock is down to inside 40 seconds. This will be the last play of the game. Quarterback Jason Nutting puts his knee down, and Stoneham Spartans will come away with a victory tonight at Wilmington's Alumni Field. Final score tonight will be 34-11.
Shout out to my play-by-play guy, Chris Neville, done another outstanding job here. As we both get a little bit older and have trouble seeing the glare, but Chris thanks everyone else. But I'll take the last few seconds here to thank Chris he's been doing this for what, 8 years? 7, 8 years? It's been a long time. I've been with Chris now this is like my 5th year with Chris, and he does a really good job. And he talks about volunteers. He's a volunteer. He helps to make sure the band is being promoted well, and they get their halftime entertainment. So hats off to Mr. Chris Neville. I'll turn it over to finish the broadcast.
Okay, so congratulations to the Stoneham Spartans. Final score 34-11. They continue with a great season, 5-1, and next week the Wildcats, reminder, go down to Wakefield High School to take on the undefeated Wakefield Red Raiders. I know that used to be Adam Dusenberry's home school. No, I'm sorry, yeah, whatever. So he could be watching next week, who knows? So thanks again for joining us on WCT TV for our production crew here. We hope you enjoyed tonight's game, and we'll see you maybe sometime later in the season before Thanksgiving Day. Take care, everyone.